Good morning, dear students. How are y'all? I hope everybody's fine. So, yesterday's topic was objectives of management. I also want you to decide an objective or goal, okay, for this year. I want you to do that, okay? So, please think about it. What is going to be your goal for this year for second PUC public exam? And please write it down. And every day, please have a look at your goal, look at your objective, which will motivate you to do better, to learn, to work harder. I understand the situation that it is much more different than what you were going through all these years. Your education was coming to school, coming to college, and sitting and listening to the teacher and communicating with your friends, and it was a different environment. But now the situation is different, right? Okay, so here you have to sit at home somewhere in the corner and you have to look at your teacher and you have to listen and you have to learn. So I told you management is dynamic. Similarly, life is also dynamic, my dear students. Situations keep changing and we have to change ourselves according to the changing environment. And when we are able to adjust to the changes, we will be able to achieve our goals in life. Okay, so please make a note of your goal and also make sure that you get motivated every day to achieve that goal of yours, especially for this year second PUC. Okay, so coming to the next topic, my dear students, it is called management as an art or science. The question will be, is management an art? Or is management a science? Or is management both art and science? Okay, so we'll have to prove if management characteristics is matching with art characteristics, if management characteristics is matching with science characteristics, and then finally we have to conclude whether management is an art or management is a science or management is both art and science. Does the manager have to be an artist to get things done from workers? Or does manager has to be a scientist? Should he use scientific skills to get the work done through his subordinates or workers? So let's see the characteristics. First, let's understand what is an art. Let's match art with management and see if there is any match. And then let's conclude if management is an art. Then let's take science and understand what is science. And then let's see the characteristics of science. Let's match it with the characteristics of management and let's see if management is a science. And then finally we will conclude management is an art and science. Now this question, my dear students, has been coming, continuously from past 2 years. That is, in the year 2020, final exam paper, you had is management and art and science explained. The previous question paper also had the same question. Explain if management is an art, science or both. Okay, so consecutively, from past 2 years, this question has been repeating in the final exam. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it will not come this year. You never know, it might be repeated again because this topic is an important topic. Okay, so let's listen to the explanation and try to understand. I'll try to cover both art and science in one video, but if that is not happening, today we will do art and then we will continue with science. But if there is time, then I will do both in the same video. Thank you and have a nice day. Is management an art or science? Explain. Now let's try to understand management as an art first, then we will go to science. Management as an art. What is an art? Theoretically, art means skillful and personal application of the existing knowledge to achieve desired result. You have to learn this. This is the meaning of art. This is the way you introduce the answer. So now let's understand what is art. Skillful and personal application of existing knowledge. Whatever knowledge you have already in your mind, you apply that knowledge in a skillful and personal way. That means you use your creativity, your own personal imagination, your skill to apply that knowledge that you already have in your mind. Let's understand it with an example.
Let's go back to your school days, primary school days. When teacher tells you to draw a scenery. So what is that first thing that comes into our mind? All of us, mountains, the sun peeping out, the clouds, the birds, the huts, a small pond with some ducks in it. Don't you remember? This is my imagination of a scenery. I think most of us, we do imagine the same thing. But my dear students, when everybody has completed drawing the scenery, do you think all the students' sceneries will look exactly the same? I'm sure we have an existing knowledge in our mind that scenery means this, whatever I told you, the hut, the mountains, the sun and all that. But when we look at each and every scenery, each scenery will be different from the other. So what have you done, or what all the students have done? They have applied their existing knowledge in their own skillful and personal manner to achieve the desired result or to make that painting or scenery. Management as an art. Now let's match the characteristics of management and art and try to find out if management is an art. Now if management is said to be an art, it's supposed to have certain features of art. Let's take the first point, existence of theoretical knowledge. We understood by the meaning of art that there is already an existence of theoretical knowledge in art which the artist applies when he wants to create an art, right? So a dancer already has a theoretical knowledge of dancing. Singer already has theoretical knowledge of singing. An artist or a painter already has a theoretical knowledge which they might have acquired through different courses and practice. Similarly, manager also has theoretical knowledge. He acquires the theoretical knowledge maybe by doing a course in management, maybe by reading books, maybe by his experience, maybe by learning from others. So there must be different ways through which the manager acquires his theoretical knowledge and he performs his function as a manager. Now coming to the second point, it says personalized application. Personalized application means whatever knowledge you have, you apply that knowledge in your own creative manner. So we know all that art is a personalized concept. Similarly, like an artist, manager also has his own way of managing things and people. Now in an organization there are many managers. It's not that all managers will work in the same way. Different managers have their own skills and their own way of creativity to get the work done through people. Maybe their qualification is all the same. Maybe all of them are MBA. But it doesn't mean that all of them manage people in the same way. They have their own personalized way of managing things and people. Therefore, management is personalized application. Now let's see the third point which shows the similarity between management and an art. The third point is based on practice and creativity. Now we know that any art, when it is practiced regularly, we become perfect in it. And then when it mingles with our creativity, I'm sure that the result would be excellent. Similarly, the manager also practices creativity, imagination, innovation to get best possible result as a manager. So finally we can conclude that management is an art. All managers have to use their creativity, imagination, and it is an art of managing things and people to get the work done to achieve goals in an organization. Therefore, management is an art and a manager is an artist.
Management as a science. Science is a systematized body of knowledge about some general truth. So, all that is there in science, my dear students, it is a systematized body of knowledge. That means it has a systematic body of knowledge And whatever theories of science has been made, it has been made with proper observation, experimentation and analysis, and final conclusion has been given that this is the general truth. You take any concept in science, it is nothing but general truth. Okay, so now we have to compare the characteristics of science with management and see if management is science. Okay, so the first feature, let's see the similarities. Science is a systematized body of knowledge. Like science, management also has systematized body of knowledge. It has its own theories and principles followed by manager. So management also has its theories and principles, as well as science also has its own theories and principles. Therefore, science and management both have systematized body of knowledge. So one similarity we got. Second one, principles based on experimentation. Like scientific principles, management principles are also based on experimentation and observations of managers. Now, in science, all the theories are based on experimentations. Similarly, our management principles are also developed through experimentation and observation of managers in the company. So, we got two similarities. The third one is universal validity. Now, all the scientific principles, anything in science is the same anywhere in the world. So, wherever you go, science remains the same. That means anywhere universally it is accepted. Okay. Similarly, dear students, our management principles, which has been developed by our managers, are also universally applicable. Anywhere you go in the world, they have the same value. Therefore, management also has universal validity. So, we got three similarities between management and science. Okay, so management is an art as well as science.